Gordon's chart. Here it is. I should have had this when I saw the patient. All I had to do was ask. You're welcome. What's that child doing on this floor? Oh, that's Mrs. Gordon's little girl. Mr. Gordon leaves her here when he visits his wife. Really? Well, he can't afford a babysitter, and he doesn't want to leave her alone. Mm-hmm. Hello. What's your name? I want you to make sure that Alan sees these contracts as soon as he comes in. And listen, Virginia, make sure that he goes over clauses 5 and 27 because legal altered the wording. I want to make sure he approves the changes, all right? Good. Who? Yes, it's all right. Send him in.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hello, Mike. What brings you here at this hour?
So you're not wearing your bracelet this morning? I want an explanation for last night.
All right, Stephen. I'll be expecting delivery of the chair around 2 o'clock this afternoon. No, if I'm not here, Emily will be here, and she knows where the chair goes. But I will see you at 2. Yes, I will be here. Yes, all right. See you. Goodbye.
Who's that?
The decorator. He's sending over that chair he picked out for your study.
Well, it's about time.
He's coming over here to see me at 2 this afternoon. I'm going to go over the list with him to make sure that nothing's been left out.
Don't you want to talk about last night?
Why should I? There's nothing to discuss, is there?
I'm worried about you, Hope.
Don't do this to me, Alan.
You see, I knew you were upset.
Alan, don't try to play me for a fool. If you do, I swear I will get up and walk out of here. I swear I will.
Yeah, good.
What are you doing?
Morning, Mom. Just setting up.
Oh, something wrong?
No, what makes you think that?
Well, you don't usually attack your chairs like this, Tony.
Well, I guess I'm just a little tense this morning.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it Anabelle? Did you two have a fight?
No, we couldn't have had a fight, Ma. Haven't seen her all weekend.
Oh. Well, actually, I have some news for you, but maybe this isn't a good time, huh?
Why? Is it bad news?
No, but,
Well, what is it?
it's about Nola.
What about her?
Maybe you better sit down.
Why? Is she all right?
Yes, actually, she's
Will you tell me?
How you doing? I have no intention of playing you for a fool.
Don't try to put me on the defensive, Alan.
I'm not, and if it sounds like that, I'm sorry.
Don't try to play your games. I'm on to all of them.
I'm not playing games, Hope. I'm worried about you, and I have every reason to be.
I don't think we ought to discuss this, do you?
Do you have any idea how embarrassed I was when Trish came by here yesterday and found you drinking?
That's all that matters to you, isn't it? Appearances.
No, of course not. But you can't expect me to be pleased when my executive assistant finds you falling down drunk in the middle of the afternoon.
Is that what she told you?
She felt obliged to report what she had seen.
Why? Is that what you pay her for? Is that what you give her gold bracelets for, to spy on your wife?
So now we come to it. It's the gold bracelet, isn't it? I gave her that bracelet because Trish had been working very hard for me lately.
I can imagine just how hard she's been working for you.
There is absolutely nothing going on between Trish and me.
I wish I could believe that, Alan.
I gave her the gold bracelet in the same way that I would give a male employee a gold watch.
Oh, really? Do you take all of your male employees to little intimate dinners at the country club?
I invited Trish to the club only after you called and said you had plans of your own.
Oh, and I suppose it was totally out of the question to come home and to have dinner with Alan Michael.
All right, I asked her to dinner because I wanted her advice. About you.
Me?
Frankly, I don't know how to handle the situation. Not anymore.
Well, you might try by being honest with me.
I am, and if you don't believe what I say, then I don't know what else I can do, except that you have got to get a hold of yourself. Your drinking is a real problem for both of us.
The only problem that I'm having is you.
And you don't deny that you were drinking yesterday?
No,
Why?
because... And I wasn't drinking. I just had a glass of wine because I needed to forget.
Forget what? Hope, look around you. Is your life all that terrible?
It's not terrible, it's empty.
But I've given you everything. What more could a woman want?
You, I want you.
You're not making sense.
Alan, you're shutting me out of your life.
That's not true.
It is, Alan, it is. No, I will not be manipulated. I will go through with that interview, and I will go through with that photo session, but I will not be lied to anymore, Alan. And I will not be left alone ever again. I don't owe you an explanation for anything.
Now, come on, Trish. We're both adults.
Then I suggest you start acting like one.
Look, I'm not blind. I can see what's going on.
Well, then maybe you better explain it to me, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play innocent with me. I know what Alan is doing.
I think you better leave.
He is coming on to you, Trish. The bracelet, the dinners, letting you redecorate his house. Now, just admit that that's what he's doing.
My relationship with Alan is strictly professional.
Alan is not capable of having a professional relationship with any woman.
No, you're wrong about that. The only reason Alan has taken an interest in me is because he is training me for the position of executive vice president. If you can't accept that, I'm sorry.
It has nothing to do with me. It's my daughter. Now, don't you see what this is doing to Hope?
Your daughter has a problem, but it doesn't have anything to do with me.
It has everything to do with you. By accepting this attention that Alan is lavishing on you, you're encouraging him.
I'm simply trying to do my job. I do have a career to consider.
Well, I didn't think I could be surprised by anything, but that surprises me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry if it shocks you, Mike, but I do have ambition.
Well, your ambition could have a devastating effect on my daughter and her marriage.
Well, then I think you should talk to Hope about it. She has a very serious problem, Mike, and she needs your support.
What are you talking about?
Hope is driving Alan away, and if she doesn't get herself together soon, she's going to lose him altogether.
Is that what Alan is... Do you really believe that? Is that what Alan is telling you?
Alan doesn't have to tell me anything. I can see it for myself.
I think you better explain that.
No. I have said too much already. If you want an explanation, you better talk to Hope.
All right, I will.
Pleased that you got the job?
Yeah, Mom's really happy about it.
Good. What about your stepfather?
Well, I haven't told him about it yet.
Why not?
Oh, you know, Bradley worries about things.
Yeah, he does. Beth, has your father ever let you go to work before?
Oh, yeah. He got me a job at the cafeteria at Springfield Tool and Die when he worked there.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Then you have experience in the restaurant business.
Yes.
Right.
But the workers at Springfield Tool and Die were a little different than the members at the country club. Those society people make me so nervous.
They shouldn't. They're just like everybody else, Beth.
Oh, no, they're not. You just say that because you're one of them.
You calling me a snob?
No. No, it's just that, well, they're so rich.
Beth, my family belongs to that club. We're not rich.
Maybe not. But your father doesn't think like Bradley.
From what I've seen, nobody thinks like Bradley.
You'd be surprised. All I'm saying is that the people of the club are so confident and so self-assured that they make me nervous.
Beth, has anybody at the club said anything to you? Or done anything to you to make you feel nervous?
No, everybody's been very, very nice. They didn't even say anything when I dropped things.
Come on, what things?
It happened last night. I can be such a klutz. It was my first night, and I was trying to be extra, extra careful.
Well, that's your whole trouble, right there. You're a perfectionist. You are, just like me. You try so hard to make things right that sometimes you get yourself all tied up in knots.
Maybe.
No, you wait. In a couple of days, you're going to have this whole routine down pat, and you're going to be great.
I hope so.
Wait a minute. Would it make you feel a little better if I came down, for lunch today or something?
No.
Why not? I mean, I thought maybe if you had a friend or something, make you feel more comfortable.
Thank you, Rick. But I think having you there would make me even more nervous. Mindy was there last night, and I think that's why I was such clumsy.
Why? What'd she do?
Nothing. She went out of her way to make me feel very comfortable. I went over to her table, and she even introduced me to this very elegant lady she was having dinner with.
Do you, remember this lady's name?
Vanessa Chamberlain? What?
I'm not surprised you dropped things. Vanessa Chamberlain can make the Queen of England nervous.
Well, she tried to make me feel at home, too. But the more she tried, the worse I got.
Beth, I wouldn't worry about it, really.
Rick, I know this is a terrible thing to ask.
What?
But could you hold off eating at the club for a while?
Sure. No problem.
Thanks.
You're going to have to do something for me in return, though.
What?
Well, you're working this afternoon, right? So that must mean that you have this evening off?
Yes.
Good. Because my dad's out of town at a medical convention, and I promised my grandmother and Maureen that I'd have dinner with them tonight. And I was hoping you can have dinner with me.
Rick.
If you can.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. I'll bust the table.
No,
I'll do the busting the table. Oh, come on. I won't drop anything.
No. All right. I'll go.
There you go. So, what's keeping Tony?
Oh, he's on the phone, honey, talking to one of the distributors.
But did he call Floyd?
I think he did.
Is Floyd bringing Stacy in?
Yeah, he's getting her dressed right now. They ought to be here in about 20 minutes.
Oh, great.
You get a glass for me, Mindy?
Sure thing.
Good, because I'm starved.
Hey, you just had a great big breakfast.
It was an hour ago. Give me a break.
Do you know that this is the longest that Stacy and I have been apart?
Oh, well, Floyd and Leslie Ann took real good care of her.
Well, I know that, but I couldn't help but worrying a little. I mean, it's all part of being a mother.
So why you came home early? I could tell she was thinking about Stacy all the time, but every time I asked her if she wanted to go, she said no.
Well, I didn't want to spoil the honeymoon.
I know, so I ended up going to the airline office, changing the tickets, and here we are.
And it was so sweet because we came back to the hotel and all the bags were all packed, and then the next minute I knew we were on the plane to Springfield.
That was easy.
Well, I would like to drink a toast to my daughter and my new son.
Oh.
Here.
And I would like to make a toast to Ireland and Scotland. You were wonderful, but there's no place like home.
I like that.
There
you go.
Is it really as green and beautiful as it looks on the postcard?
Oh, yeah, it is so green and so beautiful. It's just...
Did you meet any interesting people over there?
Oh, yeah, we met some really interesting people. There's this one guy, Seamus.
Yeah?
He was the keeper of the inn. He ran the inn. He was one of the nicest people that we met there, I think. And he also told the most fascinating stories about, the legends in the town and all.
Like what kind of legend?
Oh, well, there's this one about the church. The bell in the church hadn't rung for over 100 years. And then there were these
listen, if you start in on Seamus's stories, we're going to be here all morning.
Honey, it's funny you should mention a bell.
Why?
Well, the strangest thing happened while you were away at St. Mary's.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how the fire damaged all the wiring in the bell tower?
Oh, yes, it was really a mess.
Father Collins said it would take years before they could save up enough to replace it all.
So?
Well, about a week ago, that bell just started ringing all by itself.
Yeah, everybody in town thought it was, a short in the wiring or something that was making it go, but they went up there and they found out that the wiring was perfectly intact.
Yeah, it was just like it was never damaged at all.
Oh.
Did they come up with an explanation for it?
Not really. Father Collins decided it was the Lord's will.
Well, actually, what he said was that it was a small miracle.
Yeah. So what do you think of that? You leave Springfield and a miracle happens while you're away.